first thing I do is go to my channel to find the video of Maybush pub, and I get to my admin panel. There you go. Why have they removed it? They've removed it because real people were doing real research. Wide Awake is lovely. He goes out with his P900 and films it and sees what he sees, and they have removed it. Oh, and by the way, at the bottom, if you disagree, appeal here. But there probably is no point appealing because YouTube are completely biased when it comes to things like this. If you don't fit into the whatever it is they've made from the BBC, because they're obviously broadcasting in the UK, so they have to broadcast under those conditions of that thing that needs to go. Well, that and NASA make everything, don't they? Anyway, they've done that. It's just a hangout, him showing some of his work, and they have done that. It's pathetic, seriously pathetic. You're not allowed to have a different opinion as long as you're a little minion and you're going, yes, yes to the news, and yes to the wars, and yes to this, then you're deemed as a baddie. They probably treat me like I'm a terrorist, when actually I'm just a normal little person in my little office is like a prison. It's the size of a small bedroom. I sit in here and things don't look right, or I look history up, or I look things up, or I add things to show you. But for them, there's always got to be a problem when there wasn't one. You don't, and this video is probably about 3 years old. Oh God, it's just pathetic. Anyway, get over the mad about YouTube, because they're the only odd ones out. Everything else is fine, it's just them. It's pathetic. But anyway, when you're driving in the car, you don't get to see this aerial view. And what it is when I first start the little video, which we'll put on in a second, I'm actually here and we drive across here. But then I saw some pictures of the bridge sideways, because we don't see what you're seeing in the car. You just don't see this. Look at the bridges. Look how old this one is. I mean, that one's pretty old looking, but look at this now. This was built 200, 300 years ago, whenever, even longer probably, because this one looks quite old. And they built the bridge up to make sure that you could get to the other side. So those people in those days knew about these problems. And even this house, which is here, the pub, is still kind of okay. Some of it floods, well, right up to that window, to be honest, on this side. But basically, even that bit of land is okay. It's out here. That is a bus. I think you'll see it in my video. But look how flooded it is. Now, this was in January when we had all the bad flooding. And then in the last couple of days, it's rained quite a lot. And then you see my video. What's this place called? Me and my son are just driving through this place, but I know you can't see much, man. We're stuck at traffic lights. But the fields in there are full of water. So I'm going to show you in a minute how much water's here. And it makes this pub here, basically, the pub is an island. Maybush free house. Look at it. Look at that. That's their car park. Look at this. Ooh. So basically, it's like an island here. Look at that. That's the river that's overstretched. And it obviously out in the fields is all wet. That's incredible. It's high there though, isn't it? Just at that point that doesn't, yeah, look, it's all flooded in there. Flooded in there. Just showing you here that this video had actually done quite well. I don't think I've had that many views in months because of what YouTube have done to me, but I'm so chuffed. Wow. But anyway, I don't see that when I'm on the bridge. You don't really see much. You just see a wall and the water. But we're set at traffic lights. I'll show you in a moment. But then what it was is somebody asked me where the pub was. So I went and looked it up, and that's where I saw the bridge itself. You know, seeing it a different way, not just driving over it. See, this bridge is really, really old, and this is obviously why only, you know, you can drive single file over this bit, and there's traffic lights there to, you know, for each way. But look at that pub, the water's nearly up to the window. quite an amazing bridge. I never knew that we were driving over that kind of bridge. I probably thought that it had arches on it, but that to me looks quite old, that bridge. But again, we're on this road. I didn't know it was quite as magnificent as this. Oh my God. It was built in the 13th century, and that's if that's real, and it's not even older than that. The 13th century. Maybe that river is on the Thames, but they say that that one is the oldest one, but it can't be because this one was built then. So it's called, that's Muttley next door, if you can hear him barking. A great little terrier. He's not the same as Floss. I can't remember which one he is now. He's a bit bigger than Floss. But anyway, this was built in 1416. So that is quite old, isn't it? 1416. There you go, that is quite a long time ago, isn't it? And that bridge is still here. So that is 1,000 years. Amazing. And all that flooding and all that water has not caused this bridge to collapse at all. And of course, we are, there you go, see the traffic driving? That's where we are at the traffic lights. And look, the house is an island, yeah, there's car parks and fields there. It almost looks like the bridge dips down to the building both sides. And I mean, the bridge bit on the right looks quite old. Look how they've built it. They built this many years ago, hundreds and hundreds of years ago probably. But that bridge, the people would have always got over the bridges to the other side, even if it was flooded there. Because my son was getting cars in January, and this is when it was a little bit probably more flooded then. Obviously my video was the other day, but it just floods there, but obviously the traffic can get through. But what an amazing bridge! Obviously this is a drone, thank you very much to Gary Douglas. There's the bus in the field down there on the right. I never realised that the bridge itself, or the two bridges, were that old. Amazing. What's your thoughts to that?